everyone and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Let's study law. Hope you all are fine. Today's topic we are going to discuss is Article 301. So let's begin. Article 301 deals with trade, and trade is one of the most important and crucial pillar of any nation or state for the growth of its economy. The reason is that a nation or state cannot manufacture all the things by its own. Therefore, it is necessary for trading. So let us understand with an example. Example of sandalwood. There is a nation, okay, nation A. Let us name nation A wants to manufacture a product which requires sandalwood, which is one of its most important raw material. Now, and it does not have any sandalwood tree, and therefore land the land which the current nation A has is also not so suitable for the growth of any sandalwood tree. Nation A want to manufacture the product, but it does not have the most important raw material, that is sandalwood. So now what will the nation A do? The nation A will move to the nation B, who has the more production of sandalwood tree. Is giving sandalwood to nation A. Now there is trade between nation A and nation B. Now nation A has got the sandalwood, which is the raw material of one of the product which it is going to manufacture. Now it has started the manufacture, and it has started the distribution in the market, which has led to the growth in the economy of nation. Hope you all have understood the importance of trade for an growth in the economy of any nation or state. Now let us start with Article 301. So Article 301 states that subject to the other provision of this part, trade, commerce and intercourse throughout the territory of India shall be free. So here the three main words have been used, that is trade, commerce and intercourse. So these three words play a very important role. So there are many activities which satisfy the two condition, and it is known as trade. The first condition is selling, there must be selling or buying, and the second condition is it must be profit motive. Now, if these two conditions satisfy, then that activity shall come under the ambit of trade. Now, there is a question here, that is all the activities trade, irrespective of illegal, legal. So, the answer to this question is given in the famous case, that is State of Bombay versus RMD Chamar Bogwala. So, in this case, the court has defined the court has clearly stated that the activities which are of criminal nature, which are undesirable, will not be given protection under Article 301. For example, clicking obscene pictures for money, trafficking of women and children, etc. These two activities come under the ambit of meaning of trade, but will not be given protection under Article 301. It does not come under the ambit of Article 301. Now, as we all know that Article 19 Clause 1G, which is a fundamental right, it clearly states that freedom to practice any occupation, trade or business. Now, have you ever wondered that when you have already a right which speaks about the freedom of your occupation, trade and business, then why are we given and one more right, two articles? Why do we have two articles which deal with the same topic, that is trade? So in order to understand this, we need to first understand the difference between Article 19 Clause 1G and Article 301. So as we all know, Article 19 Clause 1G is a fundamental right, and Article 301 is a constitutional right. The fundamental right is only given to citizens, and constitutional right is given to everyone. Anyone can use it. And during emergency, as we all know that fundamental rights are curbed, but Article 301 has its own constitutional right. During emergency, it is not curbed. Next is that there are restrictions on carrying an occupation or trade under Article 19 Clause 1G. But under Article 301, there are different articles which deal with the restrictions, which does not directly reduce the freedom laid down in Article 19 Clause 1G.
So, as we all know that in order to maintain an order in society, some restrictions are important. So, in the same sense, there are restrictions for they are regulatory and compensatory taxes, and therefore they do not restrict the freedom provided under Article 301. Now we will be discussing a case which clearly states that no tax should be imposed which is violative of Article 301. So now let us discuss the famous case, that is the Attabari tea case. So here let us move towards the facts. So Assam had established an act which is known as Assam Taxation on Goods Carried by Roads or Inland Waterways Act of 1954. So as we all can see that it is clearly violation of Article 301 because it is restricting the freedom of trade. Hence this act was held void because it is violative of Article 301.
Now next is GST. Now GST is also a form of tax. Now here we'll be looking at the effect after implementation of GST. Okay. So after implementing GST, so GST is a single tax and it has therefore reduced the tax related complexity. Okay, so now second is a removal of cascading tax. So the meaning of cascading tax is that it is a system that imposes, sales tax on products at each stage, which means in the supply chain from raw material to consumer purchase, it imposes tax. Okay, and that was removed and streamlining interstate trade. Okay, so now let us have a look on some of the policies and initiatives taken by the government for the smooth functioning of Article 301. First is Make in India, which was launched in 2014. It aims to boost manufacturing and also attract foreign investments. Next, Digital India, which was launched in 2015. It aims to transform India into digitally empowered society. Okay, and therefore it facilitates online trading.
Next is foreign trade policy, which aims to facilitate import and export of goods. Thank you everyone for watching my video. Please do like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel, that is Let's Study Law.